There you go, look. Who lives here, look? See, do you think a Freemason lives here? You know what I mean? I'll just show you. I don't want to get the reg of the car in. But can you see the circles, the square in Cumpiss, the 4 pyramids? See, this is how they mark their territory. Even these, look, yeah, are square and Cumpiss, yeah? That's what they are. See, it's 4 times, it's 4 square. Because they know when they put that together, it makes the 4 square, you see? Which gives you the square and Cumpiss 4 times. And this is what it's like, you know, it's got the hair. So whoever lives here, I don't know, it has some importance to Freemasonry, you see. I'm actually I'm going to have a graveyard day today, you know what I mean? So as I get to show you the symbolism in the various points, even I know for a fact that, because that garden, right, let me just go here, I don't know what they are, I can't remember, but there's like an all-seeing eye when they're little trucks or whatever it is, and it's got the square and Cumpiss on it, you know, one of their little huts, you know, in the pyramid. So it's in that garden for a reason. I think they're newspaper stands or coffee shops within Edinburgh, but all the markings, you know, and again, there's a lot of pyramids. I've got a similar place up at my, you know, where every house is like got a capstone or a pyramid on it, you see what I mean? So I call it Little Egypt, you know. But yeah, so as the day go on, I'll be doing some you know, look, see the windows, look, 6 6 6 6 6 6, and then you got the ruddy great pyramid, yeah, and then you got your Jachin and Boaz chimneys, and that's the thing, that's how they mark their territory, you know what I mean? Now let me ask you something here then, right? Okay, let me ask you something here. This one, for instance, right, why would it have 4 chimneys? Yeah, you got the pyramid in the middle, yeah, you know the symbolism. Why would it have 4 chimneys? Do you see what I mean? That don't compute, do it? But it gives you the 5 points on the roof, from the roof, and each chimney, look, has a circle. Look, it's a circle, and looking from above, it's a circle within a square. You see, that's how you got to look at the symbolism, you see. And even the pyramid here has a little capstone on it. But that's what they do. And this thing within our society, yeah, these different signs, yeah, it marks their territory, you know, where they get relief. You know, that might mean there's an armament there, you know. So if you need a gun to fend off profane people or whatever, that's what that's about, you see. And that's what you got to work at, you know. You've got to know what these signs are, you know, all these different things on the gates and things like that, that all mean something to Freemasons, and they learn it, you know. It's not there for no reason, it's there for a reason, you know what I mean? I don't understand it myself. Like I said, they don't teach us that. They learn that within the lodge, in their little Hogwarts, you know. It's crazy, absolutely crazy how they get away with it. But all that, like I said, all their little markings have been there for centuries and decades. Like I said, I was in the museum the other day, and you'll have to have a look at it yourself, the video, and in the churches, it don't matter, and you see all the Freemason marks, you know, but they're doing it on their houses, you know. And this is what it means, you know. They can get relief if they want money. They go there, they knock on a door, and they'll be given money, you know, all of that sort of stuff. See the square and Cumpiss in the gate there, hidden with the pyramids. It's not there for nothing, you know what I mean? It's there for a reason, you know. Anyway, this is where I'm going, up there. See it, look, the big mountain there? That's King Arthur's seat, or Arthur's seat. I'm going to go have a butch there. I'm going to go have a look round the graveyards and see what sort of Masonic marks we've got. But do you think profane people live here? You know, look, the house there, look, with the big pyramid, look. Or do you think some rich elite pharaoh lives there with them, you know, with the pyramids at the gate and all that? You know what I mean? These are all pharaohs, yeah? You know what I mean? These are the people, you know, these are the elites. You know, these people here, do you think they're stacking shelves in in chocolate factories and all of that. Of course they ain't. They live on the outskirts. You know, there's no drug dealers here. You know what I mean? Well, they live in the houses here. But what I'm on about, you ain't getting all that gang warfare and all that here. Do you see what I mean? Because that would be eradicated. The police would be straight on it, because these people are high-ranking Freemasons. Do you see what I mean? So there'd be no crime here or anything. The people would be moved on rapidly by the police. But they don't do it in your neighbourhoods, because you're profane. Anyway, my profane friends, have a great day. I don't see 4 chimneys on this house. You see what I mean? And that's the markings you've got to learn. You know, every Freemason has a mark. The mark makes a particular sign to Freemasons, and they know what it is. You know, even on the doors there, you see, the window on the door has a marking on it, and again, to Freemasonry, they learn what that mark means. You know, and the sort of person you got. You see, you got your sun hieroglyph on that one, and then on this one, it has a different door that has a little shield on it. You see, all of it means something. You know, even that up there on the pyramid, you see it there, it's got the crook on it. This has got the crook. Look, that one faces outwards. These ones, 2 face in. Look, 2 face in on top of the pyramid. Yeah, you see it there? They face inwards. Look, yeah. But on this one, look, it faces out. It's only got 1, look, and the other pyramid's at end. So what does that rank mean? You see what I mean? That's like he's got 3 stripes, yeah. He's got 1, but that's what it means. See what I mean? And these are like the Mason marks that we don't see. You see what I mean? This is the trouble. This has none. You see, they're the sort of marks you know that we don't see, what we don't understand, but they fucking know it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, my profane friend, let's have a great day.